Hey chickies, here at Oh My Gosh Polish, mistakes will be made. As per usual, it'll be loads of fun, so you should totally subscribe now. Now let's get into today's nail art. Hey, you get a rainbow, everyone gets a rainbow. Hopefully, everyone gets a rainbow. So basically, the reason why I'm doing this many in particular is because I've, done rainbow manis before. But for this one in particular is a really specific reason. And that is because here in Australia, now don't get me wrong, I love my country. I love living here. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. But we are completely losing the plot in relation to marriage equality. I have gay friends, I have gay family members that, might want to get married. I'm not saying that they do, but if they wanted to, I want them to be able to. I, on the other hand, am a heterosexual woman who has kids and a de facto husband. I do not wish to get married, but that is my right. Like, I can not get married or I can get married. I have that choice. I just don't happen to be one of those people who feels like I need to get married. Been with my de facto / husband, partner, whatever you like to call it. We've been together for 20 years. So there's absolutely no reason, I think, in my head, for us to get married. We have a house, we have kids, all of that sort of stuff. So I don't understand why our federal government believes that it's okay for them to discriminate against people who love each other, who are in a committed relationship, who want to get married, no matter what their sex. It doesn't, it's ridiculous. It makes no sense at all. A few years ago, a number of years ago, our then Prime Minister, who was of the same ilk as the government today, the Liberal Party, decided to go into a room with all of his friends, and they all said to themselves, well, we're going to change the Marriage Act and we're going to make it specific to men and women. So they basically went into a room without any consultation with the rest of the country and made an actual concerted effort to block anyone other than a man and a woman from getting married. Now, I think that's ridiculous. And then at the last election, they said to us, well, we'll do a plebiscite, which is basically like a referendum, like a poll, basically. But they also said, regardless of the results of that plebiscite, we don't have to abide by its results. Now, I think that's ridiculous. I think the plebiscite's ridiculous simply because it was going to cost, I don't know, I can't remember how much millions, but it was going to be millions to run this thing. And then at the end of it, because apparently with the polling, and not that I put a lot of stock in polling, but with the polling, the sentiment in Australia is let's just do it. Let's just get it done, reverse whatever it is that they did, and then we can just all get along. Everybody's happy. But no, they want to have this plebiscite, and I think it's been knocked back in Parliament or whatever. It's just ridiculous. It's embarrassing. I feel embarrassed by this as an Australian. This is embarrassing that this hasn't gotten done yet. I have a friend I used to work with at, his name's Josh. He's a lovely guy. He had to go to America to get married. He couldn't get married here. That's ridiculous. In his own country, where he was born. That makes no sense to me at all. Anyway, I noticed on a Facebook post that Airbnb are doing a promotion, and they're not paying me to do this. I bought my own ring, and basically they're selling these rings for like $3. They're very cheap, but the money goes towards helping the LGBTQI community fight this stupid marriage rule here in Australia. I mean, there's countries in the world that Ireland has marriage equality, and they are extremely religious, very Catholic. So it doesn't make any sense that Australia isn't as well. So on the inside of this ring, it says "Until we all belong." So basically, it's it signifies a broken wedding ring, I guess. And that you wear this ring to show you that you support marriage equality and all that sort of stuff. It's a fluffy promotion, but I think it's actually a good one. And I thought, well, why not? We'll do a rainbow water marble, and yeah. So rant over. I'm deeply embarrassed that Australia is one of the only countries in the developed world that doesn't have marriage equality. It makes no sense at all. No matter where you come from on this argument, it actually makes no sense. It doesn't. Stupid. Anyway, let's get into it. I really hope you like it. Rant over. Sorry. Oh, no, I'm not sorry. Not sorry at all. So these are the polishes I'll be using. They're all from OPI. The details about those will be in the description box down below as per usual. Starting off with a white base on my ring fingernail, funnily enough. I was going to do the middle finger, but I thought, no, that's kind of rude. Like, people might take that the wrong way. So on the ring finger, which is a little bit more significant, I guess, 2 thin coats. That's, again, OPI's Alpine Snow. And on all of my other nails, I'm just painting basic black with Cirque Colors Memento Mori. Of course, I'm going to give you a nail cleanup porn. Now, before you settle into that, I just wanted to say really quickly, because I had a question from Kristen Phelps on my unicorn mani recently. She asked about tips for cleanup. One of my main tips for cleanup, or a successful, nice, crisp cleanup, is to do your cleanup when the polish is dry. You'll get a much better result. You won't get so much of that scraggy, jagged lines. So yeah, just to keep that in mind. Anyway, for those of you who do enjoy it, enjoy. For those of you who don't, please skip ahead now. Because I'm going to be doing a Watermarble for those rainbow stripes on my ring fingernail, I'm going to also use some Bliss Kiss Simply Peel Liquid Latex Barrier to protect the skin around my nails. Of course, if you're allergic to latex, please do not use this product. Now, I did have a comment from Pretty Polish by Steph. She says she uses Elmer's glue, but she uses it neat, no water or anything like that, just 2 or 3 thin coats, and she says it works perfectly. So for those of you who are allergic to latex, that's a good suggestion. So thank you very much, Steph. Okay, so now it's time to do the Watermarble stripes. Now, you'll notice when I put the yellow polish in, it doesn't spread as quickly or as well as the rest of them. That's, I think, probably because it's the oldest one, and it's the one with it's the bottle with the least amount of polish in it, because I've used that I just can't Cope-a-Cabana yellow quite a few times, so I think that's why. But sometimes when that does happen, there are a couple of things you can do. Is just, you know, grin and bear it, which is pretty much what I did, or you can add some nail polish thinner to that polish, but it's best, if you're going to do that, it's best to do it well ahead of time, because you're going to have to shake up that bottle once you put the nail polish thinner in, and if you shake it up too much, you'll end up with a lot of bubbles, and you could end up with a lot of bubbles in your Watermarble, so just be mindful of that. Either way, you've seen me do Watermarble stripes before. The cup that I'm actually using is slightly smaller than my teacup that I usually use. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to put so many drops in, but I probably should have used a shot glass. So, you know, you live and learn. It doesn't matter. I really liked how it turned out anyway, as I usually do, so it's not a big deal. But you'll notice that because I put so much in, I ended up with this really weird spot on my above my nail, and I was really worried that that was going to, you got to really pay attention when you're starting to pull your nail out of the water, because you can end up with that issue, because it was going to infect my rainbow and I couldn't have that. So that's why I kept my finger in the water for so long, and I was mucking around with it. Then I got a Q-tip and cleaned it up while it was under the water, because I was really concerned and I did not want it to ruin my rainbow, because you know, I was quite proud of my rainbow. Gosh, you know, the things that happen, who knows? Like, that's why Watermarble is so cool, because you never know what you're going to get. Okay, so fuel. I averted disaster, so that was good. Now, next is obviously to take off whatever it is that you're using to protect the skin around your nails, and you'll notice that I really have not a huge amount of mess to clean up, which, you know, makes me happy. Not that it would have been a big deal, but anyway. So I'm going to put the ring on now, because I couldn't put the ring on while I had the liquid latex on. But as you can see, it's a really nice ring. It's a matte black. I really like it. I would wear this, like, you know, even if it didn't have anything to do with, you know, being supportive of the LGBTQI community. So I really love the ring, and you know, for $3, it's, I mean, really, I don't even know how they make it for that. That's amazing. Of course, once everything is completely dry, you can go ahead and seal it all in with your favorite top coat. Of course, I'm using Seche Vite as per usual. And that's it for this one. I really hope you liked it. I hope, you know, that other people who watch this and maybe have a think about it, that, you know, it's really not that big of a deal and people just need to get over it, and let's just do it and move on, Australia, for crying out loud. It's embarrassing. Anyway, thank you so much again for watching. I will see you next time. Bye, chickies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing, and thanks for that delicious thumbs up. Oh, and don't forget to go and watch my previous video, and don't forget to subscribe, because you know, it's free. Okay, I'm going now. Thank you. Bye.